We have some very useful pseudo classes in CSS that help us style specific elements based on certain conditions, like if the element is the first child of its parent, even child, or if the parent has a hover on or focus state on it, and so on. So you can do all those in Tailwind too, using pseudo class modifiers. Let's explore some of them using this list of users. I'm just showing 3 users here for the sake of simplicity, but assume this is a huge and dynamic list coming from a database. Now here's the markup. I have this parent and I have 3 divs. Now I have them 3 times because this is a simple HTML project, but in reality, you will be using a framework which would definitely have some loops. So all of these will be in a for loop or a for each loop, and you will have to style all these just once. Now, assume we wish to add a background color on hover for each of this user div. So if I add that here, I will be adding 3 times, but you don't have to, you will surely add it only once. So let's say I add hover BG Indigo 500. Now if I refresh, I hover. Yes, the color changes, but notice that this rounded corners disappears, it becomes sharp corners on hover, even on the last child. Now I expect, at least for the first and the last item, I expect the rounded corners to remain. So what we can do is, we can use the first modifier. So I'll say first and retain the rounded corners, so I can say rounded to rounded top to XL only, I don't want the bottom, and similarly for the last child, meaning if this div is the last child, and rounded B to XL. Okay, now refresh. Yeah, notice that this is a dynamic list, so you will not be able to add this manually. Otherwise, if it's just a static list, if it's only 3, you could simply add rounded T manually to the first div and rounded B to XL manually to the last one. But since this is only once and it's a for loop, this is something like an if condition. You're checking if it's the first, add this last, if it's the last, add this last, and so on. So now this works. Great. Okay, just for the fun of it, let's say you want to switch the text and image for every alternate element, meaning for the second element, fourth, sixth, and so on. Let's say we want the image on the right and the text on the left. We can use the even odd modifiers for this. So let me add even, and then I just need to switch these 2 elements. So I can change the flex direction. Currently that is flex row. I can change it to flex row reverse. Now that exists, probably wouldn't explore it in the flexbox chapter, but what it does is it just reverses the order of the elements. And let's refresh. Yeah, surely that works. Also, we might want the text to align to the right and closer to the image. So let's also say even. Let's again add the even modifier and say text right. Okay, so we have even, text right, refresh, and yes, that's great. Now you might have noticed that the text is too dark on this background, so we will have to change this, which means if I hover on the parent element, that is when I hover on this div, I want to change the text color on H1 and paragraph separately. We can do that in Tailwind using this utility class called group. So let me add this class to the parent. I will just select all of them again and add a class called group. And now, when the group is hovered, you can change classes on the child using modifiers like group, hover, group first, group last. You see the list is huge, which means if the group, that is the parent, is the first element of its parent, then you can change the styles of this particular element. So for now, let's add group hover, but I think I'd like to add it for all the H1, so I'll just select all, and I will say group hover, that is when the parent is hovered, change the text to white. And let's do the same thing for the paragraph as well. Select all. When the group is hovered, text, change the text to maybe indigo 100. Let's see, let me refresh, and look, now that's perfect. When the parent is hovered, the child changes its state. Alright, there are a few more modifiers we're going to look at. You see this button here? In the markup, I also have an icon next to it, which is currently hidden. Let me just show you. Yeah, so this is currently hidden. So let's say I want to show this icon only on focus. Okay, so when the button is focused, I want to change the class to block or something. Let's add a group class once again to the button, and here we can say group focus block. Okay, now let me refresh, and then if I focus on the button, you see it appears, and it doesn't appear when it's not focused. Great. In version 4 of Tailwind onwards, there's another way you could do the same thing. Let me remove the group class. You don't even need that. You can simply say in focus and add the class. So now this also works. Yes. So this means if this element, any parent element of this child is in focus, then you can change the classes. Of course, add this carefully because this can mean any parent. So if you have any focusable element in the parent, then you might want to use the group class because you would want to target the specific element. So something like this saves an additional class. Alright, I'll talk about one last variant before we conclude. That is the child selector. Let's say you have a hard-coded list like this one, and you want to apply a particular style to each item. So this is the markup right here, and we have no other way to put this in a for loop or anything, and it's too small to extract it into a component, but you still want to style each element. And let's say you don't want to use the multi-cursor functionality, you can do that using the child selector. So suppose we want each list item to have a background color, we can use the star modifier and then add any class which applies to the direct child or direct children of this parent. So you can say star BG Amber 100 and refresh. Notice that each list item now gets this background. You can also add some padding like say px2 and then star by1 and so on. Of course, use this a little carefully because you never know which child elements you're affecting. For a list as small as this, it's harmless. Alright, the list of pseudo-class modifiers is huge. You can see the entire list in the documentation. In the latest versions of Tailwind, you can even use the has selector, not, has not, nth child, end of type, and so many more. I encourage you to explore them all using similar examples.